I'm Anthony McCarron from the Daily News, and we've just had the Baseball Hall of Fame inductions here in Cooperstown, New York. The space, you can see the stage behind me, and the space right in front of it was covered with people, and then there's a big hill back this way that was covered with people too. There probably had to be at least 50,000 people here, and it was a nice day. The weather held out because there was some concern about rain early on, and we heard some nice speeches from the 6 inductees. Huge class, huge high-powered class, as we've been saying. Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, Bobby Cox, Tony La Russa, Frank Thomas, and then the showstopper for us in New York was Joe Torre. Now, it was a little strange because we had, at the end of Joe's speech, he realized that he hadn't done justice to George Steinbrenner in his talk, and so he, in his post-speech media availability, he said, "I feel terrible. I didn't do justice to him. I didn't say enough about George Steinbrenner," and so he said a few more things about him, and it kind of, I don't know if it ruined the day for Joe, because it is such a wonderful thing, and he had a whole bunch of family and friends here who were cheering wildly for him, but he was upset about not saying that much about George Steinbrenner, but he did give a lot of credit to the Yankees, and he said it early in his speech, that the whole reason I'm here is because of the New York Yankees. Let's cut to the chase and get right to it. We had some interesting speeches from the other guys too. Frank Thomas was very, very emotional. In fact, he was wiping away tears through almost 100% of his speech. His father, who apparently was very dear to him, is no longer with us, and Frank was very touched about the idea that his dad was looking down from heaven on him getting inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He pushed Frank, and he did a lot for him. His mother was sitting in the stands. Frank was a puddle, basically. He was so emotional. It was great, and he also did what I thought was kind of a fun thing. He mentioned many teammates by name and or nickname in kind of a rapid-fire fashion. That was kind of interesting, and there were some guesses as to how many he got to, 139 or so, which is quite a large number of teammates, and he didn't have an exact number because he felt that he had to cut a few, because length of speech is obviously a big deal with Hall of Famers. Joe Torre went for 28 minutes, and some other guys were worried about the length of their speeches. Greg Maddux was funny. He made a flatulence joke that got a few laughs. His brother certainly liked it, Mike Maddux, the Rangers pitching coach, who the joke was kind of directed at. And there were some other great lines as well. I liked Torre saying that he had always been a Sinatra fan, but after 12 years with Mariano Rivera, Metallica sounds pretty good to him now. In all, it was a beautiful day here. As I said, the weather held out, and it didn't really look like it was going to be a nice day. In fact, there were raindrops minutes before the ceremonies started, but it all held out. It was a little hot, but they were giving out fans. I wish I had mine with me to do a little style fanning, but it was a nice day. They were passing out water, and so everything went off without a hitch, and now Joe Torre is in the Hall of Fame, and the other 5 guys are in the Hall of Fame, and the big thing that they talked about afterwards was next year when they come back, for whoever gets in next year, they can at least relax a little bit. Hope you enjoyed our coverage from Cooperstown.